Hello Cobrats and welcome back to Pokemon Omega Ruby. I'm TryclydeTamer. If this episode's a little bit late, you're gonna know why by the end of this episode. Let's get on to Sea Mauville here. We've been here before, but we're actually gonna start going through here a little bit more religiously, I guess, or something. I don't know. I don't know what the proper word is, because I don't know words, because I'm a little kid that doesn't know how to speak the English. Even though I look like a 15-year-old kid that could be like 12, I don't know. I don't know how old Brendan and May are, as they're called. Alright, I don't think there's really any hidden items on the outside here. I could put my item finder on, but it doesn't really seem to be anything. But we do have a TM, which is TM18 Rain Dance. That's very nice. I guess as a reminder, if you have rain going on in the field, if you use thunder, it has 100% accuracy, so that's nice. Sniff sniff, just as I thought, a rare Pokemon must be hiding somewhere in this abandoned building. Girls are very sensitive to the smell, so I know. Are you sure it's not the pregnancy or something? Okay, maybe that's a little bit in bad taste, so I'm gonna kind of leave that be. I'm just walking around with my item finder on. I'm like a little bug scurrying around, a cockroach of ancient times or something. Rare places, seem to be other rooms. And we got a young couple. We were looking for treasure when we found a trainer. We were looking for treasure when we went and found a trainer. Lois and how? We couldn't even win battling together, so strong. And this couple right here, after rematches, they have a 10% chance of giving you a Destiny Knot. So if you're a Pokemon breeder, this is your place to go, unless you can find something else holding a Destiny Knot. It's easier to find in X and Y, so if you have a far-in copy of X or Y, you are able to get things earlier on. Down here's a tuber boy. Oh, you have dive. I have my inner tube, so I can't dive. Ah ha ha. And we got an item, it's a max repel to go alongside my super repel, just like I said in New Mauville, but this is Sea Mauville. Alright, enough of the silly looking item finder. Let's hop on Bill Cosby and get diving down. There's a lot of locked rooms that we can go into, but we're going to have to find room keys, and we're going to be starting getting those from the other side of this. So let's dive down. It looks very nice down here. And this looks so serene. I like the Gen 6 graphics. We can go down here, but this room isn't quite as important for right now. It will be momentarily, well, a number of moments, because it's probably been a couple moments just now, me explaining the arbitrary amount of time within a moment. Like, how long exactly is a moment? Maybe that's like the definition. Moment. Arbitrary amount of time to signify an amount of time of redundancy. Hey, little kid over there. I'm here because my uncle told me that there are extraordinary treasures in this abandoned building. Don't you know anything about them? Well, how do you know? If you're a kid, if you find anything, tell me, understand. This room right here is something. Feels as though you're being watched. Then this right here, glass bottles lined up in dust sound at the same level. Look up with the Dev Energy Elixir now with refined Viper Extract. Increase your focus, work for days, you'll never need another rest. Yeah, there's a lot of story things you can see, such as right here. It's kind of all cut out, blah blah blah. There's a little bit of story, and all the things are kind of hard to see. And this right here, if you pull up a menu and then get out of it... what's this? It's the odd keystone. Sha! Yes, this is how you get into battle with the Pokemon Spiritomb. You'd think you'd have to do this during nighttime, but you can do this at any time of day. And I'm not exactly ready to battle this thing. It's level 50, and I'm a little nervous about this thing because I could easily take it out. I guess I could take care of this. Plus, part of my challenge is not using the EXP shares, so I can get my damage just right and not be too overpowered. I don't really get what I'm trying to say here, but we got the Pokemon Spiritomb here, and you can catch it. It's a bad idea that I didn't save, so I might be partially screwed over because of this, but oh well, I'm just gonna try to deal with it as I can. It's got Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, Sucker Punch, and I think Memento. That could be a problem if he uses it, because Memento will make it faint for the sake of causing stats to lower. I was able to catch the Spiritomb. I didn't really feel like it was too important. It was a little bit close because there was a chance of it using Memento to faint and stuff. So yeah, about all these locked rooms, we go to this tuber girl right here, and she has a room key for us. It's going to be for starting off in room 1, so we're going to have to make our rounds around. I heard this place used to collect something called ENERGY. This room right here, we can go ahead and enter without problem. Oh, a high skitty doll, isn't it cute? I remember when these were all the rage, but I wonder why it's here. Wasn't this an office? Yes. Well, let's see if we can add on to the story. Old cases. Sea Mauville serve invoice. Rakos or base A 85.9 over timbersment 123. The rest is too damaged to make out. I think if you look on Bulbapedia, you can see the full story. I'm not sure if there's a way to get the full legible text to appear in-game, so just look on Bulbapedia for that, I guess. Let's begin the room scrimmage stuff. Is scrimmage even the right word? I don't know. That's the thing. Not using the right words. Stop it, don't get too close to her. Don't come any closer. My big sister is all mine. You dang stallions. Hey, are you okay, sis? Ska. I wonder if those are like nicknames, but they're just showing the nicknames because, I don't know. It's a nice little pun on the word scallions, because like seafood stuff, we got a dive ball here. And then we have some weird things to do to look for our other room keys. I'm just gonna click around crazily, and here we go. Here's our room key for room 2. By the way, there's a 5% chance from rematches with Scal and Ian that you get a Dawnstone. Haha, Ian is a girl named Ian, huh? Well, how in the world did you get in? Out the door? Alright, you want this? Don't you take this? Oh man, that's so much harder to find than the other one. I got a key to room 6, so that's nice. What are they doing in the locked room here? That's kind of weird, but that's a revive. So now the game's going to be playing with us. We got to go all the way to room 6 now and see what's beyond. More story stuff that I could look up. So from here we're actually able to go outside, and there's important stuff. We could surf around, and that leads to the other side of there, but we can't really jump down or up either of the ways, because we have to go all the way around. But we've got a fisherman here. Let's sneak up on him and scare him away from his lure. You want something? You caught anything? I haven't caught any Pokemon. I guess I did catch this. He caught the key to room 4. I guess I'm not really waiting for a bite. It's really that I love times like this, out fishing on my own. And then room 4, we use the key for it, and it sucks in the keyhole, and it pops out very fast or something. And a very visible storage key is right there. These shelves look like they might fall apart at any moment. There's an old game system with 2 screens. Something about it is different from the system you have. It's probably fat with a pH, as the kids call it. All the way over this way, we got a white herb. And the storage is over here by the fisherman. Very convenient plot of land, or maybe the sand is just built up. And look at that, so many items in here. Hey, would you look at that? Somebody got it open. What, have you been trapped in here? Oh, wait, there you are. Well, if it ain't that kid from before, let's get on good, huh? You're the one who opened this? Yes, I is. Yeah, it's a lot of items here. I see a TM that I want. Well, what in the world's this all? There's nuggets over there. And there's nuggets over here. This whole joint's packed with nuggets, ain't it? Yeah, smoke them nuggets. No wonder the capo was looking for this place. What a punch in the gob. Good work here, kid. Now scram. No, no, no. You found it? It's the old man. It's Cerezo. Of course I did, boss. We hit the jackpot. Ah, my Takao. So this is where you've been. You must have been so lonely here. I'm sorry. Come on, it's time to go home. That's all he wanted. Hold up, Uncle. Hey kid, looks like this is your lucky day. Looks like all the shine is yours. Keep your nose clean. Man, I kept switching his accent around. Ah yes, sparkly stuff everywhere. Megastone having to wait for the montage, and we got a nugget. And not only do we have that nugget, we go over here and we got a big nugget. We got a few nuggets, so I'm just gonna cut out these nuggets. And what we really came here for was TM13 Ice Cream. Yeah, very good move. 2 of 2 TMs here in Sea Mauville, and I doubt we're going to be low on money for the rest of the game once we sell all those nuggets. That's not the last of the stuff we're looking for here in Sea Mauville. Something very cryptic, and I'm surprised I found it immediately right here, is the scanner. I don't know if there's any tell of where it is, except that you have to go around right here and just mash A until you find it. Well, what do we want to do? We want to go into the dock here at Slateport City with our scanner. Oh, that device you have there is a scanner from Sea Mauville. That could make our expeditions really take off. Would you do me a favor and let me take that scanner off your hands? Sure I will. Let's hand it to him. Yes, thanks. This will help our research a lot. Take this bell as a token of my appreciation for your generosity. We're getting the clear bell. Now. That bell figures in old legends from the Johto regions. Pretty nice to have. When I was working on Sea Mauville, I had a lad working under me who was from those parts, and he gave me that. If I remember rightly, his family passed down some special dance style. But it was only for the girls, so as a lad he came here looking for work. He always kept a bell on his person, but sometimes when we were up top there at Sea Mauville, that bell would ring, and it would almost seem to glow. Sure was mysterious, alright. I've held on to it all these years, but I'd be happy if it could serve you some use now. We get the clear bell in Omega Ruby and the tidal bell in Alpha Sapphire, so you know what that means? It means we're going to be listening to awesome Japanese music. When we go to Sea Mauville with our respective bells, we can run into Ho-Oh or Lugia at the top or the bottom, respectively. So much respective stuff because I'm so respective of these mascot Johto legendary Pokemon because they're awesome and stuff. I obviously prefer Ho-Oh's music because I'm not really giving Lugia's music any love. And I find it kind of funny that I'm using both of my dog Pokemon across both games. And these are only the first two legendaries of many that we're going to be picking up in this episode, so I'm just cutting out all the catching because I don't need to react individually to all of them, because that would be a little bit too excessive, and I like being efficient. As always, remember to save before a legendary battle. And now here's where we get into the meat, potatoes, and collard greens of this video. We're going to be using our Eon Flute finally to get soaring into the sky. We're going to hop on to Latios, and it's going to Mega Evolve. Whatever respective Pokemon, there we go with the respective Pokemon stuff. It will Mega Evolve and turn into a jet plane, and it's awesome. We get to see the beautiful Hoenn region, and we can do moves depending on what button we press while on your Lati Pokemon. We got a Lati Pokemon here. Something that will happen when you're soaring around Hoenn is that you'll run into Mirage bots. They change when you access the internet and check your mailbox from the BuzzNav, and there's TMs that you can potentially find. I'm not going to be able to find any on screen here because, well, it's not here, and I'd rather not show it because, well, it would just be too difficult and we'd have to hope for luck of the draw in getting things. So I'm just going into this Mirage Cave where we can get a Max Ether. A Mirage Cave can have TM95, which is Snarl, what I initially planned to teach Statica, but that's not quite happening. Mirage Islands can give you TM66 Payback, TM90 Substitute, or TM91 Flash Cannon. Mirage Forest can give you TM74 Gyro Ball, and Mountains can give you 84 Poison Jab. All are great moves, but I'm not going to show them on screen. Pokemon you run into in the sky do not have to be Pokemon that fly or levitate like in XY Sky Trainer battles. So all of that aside, it's finally time to land here at Pathless Plain and start battling some legendaries. You'll know there's a legendary when you see text pop up saying that something is going on and how it makes you feel. A prerequisite for Pathless Plain is that we need to have 3 Pokemon with matched effort values at 510, so I'd recommend just using 3 Pokemon that you've used throughout the game. Let's run into these 3 Pokemon. We got Virizion, Terrakion, and Cobalion. All are fighting type, but Virizion has Grass, Terrakion has Rock, and Cobalion has Steel. It's a Lucario phony, but it's on all 4s. These Swords of Justice Pokemon appear on different days of the week. Virizion appears on Monday and Thursday, Terrakion on Tuesday and Saturday, Cobalion on Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. So be sure to come on those days to receive these Pokemon. There is a 4th Pokemon in the Swords of Justice called Keldeo, which is water fighting pretty interestingly. But it's an event-only Pokemon, so we will not be running into it here. Sorry, but you don't get to have Rainbow Dash so easily. Now let's get moving along to other things. I got all 3 of these Pokemon in Timer Balls. Next place of interest is the Trackless Forest. I'm here at nighttime. I am recording a little bit out of order. For the Trackless Forest to appear, you want to have Ho-Oh or Lugia in your team. Fun fact, Ho-Oh was actually the last Pokemon I caught, so I was actually using Lugia for this here. And since Lugia and Ho-Oh are Johto Pokemon, what you're going to run into are the Legendary Beast Pokemon. And it's a little bit weird because the Generation 2 battle music for these guys are playing, but think of this. The whole ring ordeal is brought about by the Pokemon Hoopa, which we unfortunately can't really catch without event. That's the reason why all of this is going on. We got Entei, Raikou, and Suicune, and these guys appear at different times of the hour. Raikou appears from 0 to 19 minutes, Entei up to 39 minutes, and then Suicune up to 59 minutes. So you can catch them all within an hour's time. Shouldn't really be too hard, provided you have enough Pokeballs and one of them doesn't really give you enough trouble. And do pardon that mysterious Uxie that was there. I don't know what that's all about. We can use Dust Balls because it is nighttime, or we can use a Net Ball on Suicune because it is water type. And by the way, Raikou still leaves a bad taste in my mouth after LPing Heart Gold 2 years ago. Next place to go is over by Sootopolis City. It is called the Nameless Cavern, not to be confused with the Japanese name of Cerulean Cave back in Kanto, or the Nameless Cave that appears in Black and White 2, I'm pretty sure. Haven't really fully played those games. But yes, we are here at the Nameless Cavern. We are required to have a Pokemon with max happiness, and then we enter here where there's clear air surrounding us and lifting our spirits. Familiar pattern if you play the Sinnoh games, because we're going to be facing the Lake Trio here. For my explanation, think in the mindset of military time here. For Azelf, you want to be at 21 hours to 3 hours 59 minutes, so up till 3:59 AM. Mesprit at 4 AM to 7:59 PM or 19:59. I'm just thinking perfectly because I know 7 is 19 at 12 and everything. And then Uxie is a Pokemon that gave me trouble, 20 to 20:59, so 8 to 9 PM pretty much. It gave me trouble because I tried to cheat my 3DS time, making me have to wait another 48 hours because it was like right after the time and it was bad. Lesson learned, do not try to cheat the system because it'll actually make you wait more time than you want. As if Rossetti in Animal Crossing doesn't teach you enough about cheating. If you have the Lake Trio in your party and come over by Dewford Town, there is a rift in time and space they can enter. And go to the split screen, and there is 3 Pokemon here that you can get. My OCD is acting up a little bit because in Omega Ruby you run into Palkia, and in Alpha Sapphire you run into Dialga. But it makes sense a little bit because of the colors of their skin, because I'm racist or something, I don't know. But once you get Dialga and Palkia in your team, you can use both of them in order to catch Giratina. I'm only using Dialga and Palkia's music. Giratina's music is coming up momentarily, because some legendaries use the same song and I want to add some variety to the table. All of them are Dragon type. Palkia has Water, Dialga has Steel, and Giratina has Ghost. After we nab the Creation Trio, all we need is our measly cast form that we got from the Weather Institute. Let's get into battle here at these storm clouds, and we are able to face off against what are officially referred to as the forces of nature. Tornadus, the only flying type Pokemon ever, Omega Ruby, Thundurus, and Alpha Sapphire, and with both you get Landorus. They are officially the forces of nature, but I call them the Weather Trio, even though you could argue that Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza are the Weather Trio, but I still call these guys the Weather Trio. Plus I'm giving them Giratina's music, because they would have the same music as the Sword of Justice Trio that we've already got. And I'm actually going to let Giratina's music continue as we get started on this next little bit when we go back to the 2-screen split screen this time around. In order to get into the Fabled Cave, we need to have a Pokemon that is at level 100, which would be a little bit of a challenge, but I already have one from Alpha Sapphire that just transferred over. And then you just need the 2 Pokemon from there to get into the Gnarled Den. And in the Gnarled Den, you'll get the DNA Splicers, which are helpful. And now it is time for awesome music. We are fighting Reshiram, Fire Dragon, Zekrom, Electric Dragon, and Kyurem, Ice Dragon. A Song of Ice and Fire with Reshiram and Kyurem, because Game of Thrones is good. Music is probably my favorite legendary Pokemon music. Interesting piece of trivia. The DNA splicers that we got in the Gnarled Den can be used on Kyurem to make him resemble Reshiram or Zekrom and have different moves based on each of the 2. And even more so related to A Song of Ice and Fire is that the battle theme, depending on which Pokemon you're fighting, will have slightly different instruments used to sound more electrifying or fiery, which is pretty cool. Another random fact, Zekrom and Reshiram are as easy to catch as a Chatot, so you're going to see me catching Reshiram with the Great Ball with no issue really. The Kyurem's a little bit more difficult to catch. But let's go ahead and finish off the Dao Trio, Yin and Yang. We got those 3 in a variety of balls there. And you may be asking, why is the Lugia music playing? Well, we're definitely not finding another Lugia. We're going to Crescent Isle. This is a place that is based on RNG, so you're gonna have to check back at your Mirage spots every now and then. This would be south of Evergrande City, so check back every now and then to see if you have it. And always make sure to use your item finder, because you don't know what great hidden items you'd find. This is going to be the last Soaring legendary Pokemon that we get. Sadly, Cresselia is not accompanied by Darkrai to go with the whole light and dark thing, which is pretty sad. Darkrai's only event, but oh well. We actually haven't heard the music. Cresselia would have, but we're gonna hear it in the next episode actually. And let's finally cool down this episode by going here to the place with the mirrors. Wait a sec, don't tell me that you're with Tornadus. Oh my, that's awesome! This mirror is called Reveal Glass and it's said to be for Tornadus. If you can have it, feel free to use it. But don't tell my husband about it, okay? So the Reveal Glass is a way to transform the Weather Trio from their incarnate forms to their Therian forms, so that they look like birds or tigers, which is interesting. I'll put up sprites for them. So I'm finally going to end off this episode of Let's Play Pokemon and Mega Ruby. We did so much. We got so many legendaries and did just a lot of stuff. Next time, we're going to take it a little bit more easily. We're still going to be going for a few more legendaries, but it's not going to be as crazy as this episode. Until next time, don't toast yourself.